Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here, back my channel. We're back to the trailer reaction, and today we checked out the official trailer for Prime's Fallout series, obviously based on the video games, which I definitely am a fan of. But it just says here it's a story set in post-apocalyptic America, when really it should be saying a story set in a post-nuclear apocalyptic America, because it really has it all, from ghouls to mutants and mutated animals and rad scorpions and even more fun stuff, much like that. But I first came to this series with Fallout 3, actually, which many consider to be the best game in the entire series. But I gotta say, I feel like I truly fell in love with the series with Fallout 4, because that first release week and the weekend that it did release, I lost myself in that game. I remember having to go to work on a Monday, being like, my God, where did that entire weekend go? Was I playing this game the entire weekend? Did I even eat? Did I shower? It was that damn good. But I know Fallout 76 had a lot of problems upon release. A lot of people hate that game still, but I will go to war for that game now because they turned things around. It is freaking great. But I will definitely be reacting to the show when it does release. And as with all shows I react to, you guys want my full reaction to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Now subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time. Click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. This already looks super accurate.
I know that I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
Stop! Mercy!
Look at these vault dwellers. Jonathan Nolan.
You need to go home. Vault dwellers are an endangered species.
Rad Roach.
Do not think you would be willing to do what it takes to survive up here.
Todd Howard. He's great. I don't care what anybody says.
Then you will have to adapt.
Ben Linus? Boys. Free 2-day shipping. The Brotherhood of Steel. Man. I'm not an actor, dog, but I wish I was dog meat, I should say. Wish I was part of this show.
A bright new sun will suddenly break through.
This is the video game come to life.
But I don't want to see tomorrow unless
Is that Hancock?
I see it with you. I grabbed a moldy one.
Man, this is amazing. My God. I'm kind of blown away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Hancock there. They showed him before, too. Pre-nuclear bombs. Man, they nailed it. I don't gotta see another second of this. New series, April 12th. I will definitely be reacting to it. Thank you, Prime. Bethesda, Prime. I own a PlayStation, but I might have to buy an Xbox after this just for the series and just out of sheer support. And most likely the future games are going to be only going to Xbox, which kind of sucks. I know it's a monopoly, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But all right, guys, that was Prime's Fallout, or the official trailer for Prime's Fallout series, obviously based on the video games. And I do got the cast list in front of me here, and the two faces and names that really stick out to me, clearly we saw them in the trailer as well, that I definitely want to talk about here are Walton Goggins, who I'm pretty sure is playing Hancock from the fourth game, which I said at the very beginning is probably my favorite game out of the entire series, even though everybody loves the third one, and that game is great too, don't get me wrong. And if I'm being honest, I haven't played the first two games, but I do know that they're a lot different than once the series actually changed hands from there, and I think the rights holders and Bethesda and all that fun stuff. But yeah, Walton Goggins, man, he's been in absolutely everything. You name a picture, he's probably had played a small part in it. He is freaking great. But the other big face and name that I see here is Kyle MacLachlan, who I obviously know from Twin Peaks as the absolute legend, Agent Cooper. He's the freaking man. I feel like I've seen this other kid around though. Moises Arias is... Was he in this film, Kings of Summer? If he's the same kid, Biagio, from that film, then that is super cool. Either I'm super right or I'm super wrong on that one. Let me know. I'm not going to look it up now, but let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I kind of wanted to go over a few things that we saw there, because right off the bat, as soon as they left the vault, well, as soon as we're introduced to the trailer, we see the vault from the inside. Man, they freaking nailed the look of absolutely everything. I did see some pictures released a few days ago, and upon first looking at them, I was like, all right, this is pretty accurate here, but I want to see how it actually plays out in video form. And now that I've seen the actual trailer and how it all played out in video form, I'm freaking blown away. Like, honestly blown away. Like, the level of effects and just the cinematography and all the different landscapes and places that we're going to be visiting that we just saw just from this trailer. Man, this seems like a high budget thing. Obviously, Amazon, they have a lot of money to toss around, that's for sure. Bethesda, they decided that huge deal. Well, now they're owned by Xbox and Microsoft, and they own a lot of money as well, in case you guys aren't aware. But I did not expect them to throw this much money at this series, because this looks freaking good, man. This looks like blockbuster, summer blockbuster type of stuff. So I'm definitely impressed by that trailer. I don't know how long that trailer was. I think it was only like 2 minutes. Let me just hover over this. Yeah, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And honestly, it went by, like, I thought it felt like 30 seconds, because it was that damn good and it went by that damn fast. But I'm definitely on board for this series. I kind of want to touch on a few more things that I kind of skipped over there. But we saw the Rad Roach, Sue's the main lead. Let me see if I recognize her face here. I think it's Ella. No, I don't know if that's actually her. Ella Purnell? Is that her? I don't know. The main lead that actually left the vault at the very beginning, I don't think I've ever seen her before. I could be wrong about that. I definitely don't recognize her. But as soon as she leaves the vault at the very beginning, we hear Vault Dweller, which I didn't even say right before they said that. So, hey, that proves I'm a fan. But no, I'm just playing. As soon as they leave, we do see a Rad Roach as well. And my God, you know how cheesy these things could look? Like, I feel like if they made this thing, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, like made for space television or space TV, you know, the Space Channel, I feel like this could have gone so freaking wrong. When I felt like for the longest time, this is the route when I first heard this series was announced, that it could very well go down. And thank God, based on this trailer, it did not go down that route, because I'm fully confident in this series now. We saw the Rad Roach, we saw a mutated bear, I forget what they're actually called. We saw the Brotherhood of Steel. We saw their choppers flying too, the vertibirds. We saw a few locations too. What was the one place called? I'm pretty sure it was from Fallout 4 as well. It was one of the baseball stadiums. It's one of the towns you can visit. And for those that aren't aware of this, I know I'm kind of just jumping around, like naming off all these different things. And for those that aren't aware or familiar with this series at all, I know there's a lot to take in here. But basically, the best way to explain it, just so I can simplify it here before I go any further, is... I said it very basically at the start, but a post-nuclear apocalyptic world, or America, that's really set like a time capsule. It's really like set in a certain period of time, like the 60s, 70s, 50s. I feel like the 50s especially, where, I don't know, it's just super retro. Like, and then you have like some, at the same time you have robots as well. You have ghouls and mutants and different factions. It's really about the factions also. You have like the Brotherhood of Steel are really trying to rebuild America, but some people are against them. Then you also have Raider scum that basically are like, yeah, just people that just kind of survive off the land, but at the same time, it's kind of like The Walking Dead, like scavengers, people that you see. But you also have scavengers that kind of just get by, but Raiders are like the bad versions of scavengers. That they're more than just scavengers. They're pirates. They're raiders. They will steal what you have. They will kill you. And when you see their camps, man, they get into some morbid stuff. But to get into even deeper this, when we saw the first vault at the very beginning of the trailer, and as we always do with the series, the video games as well, it's not just a vault where people, this is what really got me hooked and on board with the series, because it's a lot more darker than you would ever imagine. Because Vault-Tec, the company that put together all these vaults, it's not just people that ran to vaults and these vaults were developed because they knew there was going to be a nuclear war. No, there was actual, these vaults were built for experiment purposes, and each vault was made for a different experiment. So you could have one vault that is just perfectly fine and normal, just people got there, ran to safety, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, another vault, like these are just random, like I'm gonna be making up some stuff right now too, but some of them are actually real from the games. You have one vault, and I'm sure we're gonna be seeing stuff that we have never even seen before, and our minds could not even possibly imagine, because the makers and developers and creators behind this all, they are some very sick individuals. But some of these vaults I'm just going to go over very briefly here. You have one vault where it's like 99 males and one female. You have another vault where it's one male and 99 females. And then you have another vault where basically every single day they're getting sicker and sicker, where the food is poisoned. You have another vault where it's all kids. You have another vault where it's one person and all cats. You have another vault, like every single vault is just a sick experiment to see. Like Vault-Tec is like the ultimate, they're like the Nazi type of company with the experiments that they're running here. And the great thing about this series too, it's not just the NPCs that you come across. And it's one of the big things that really a lot of people hated about Fallout 76 originally, is it's more about like the things you come across. You find notes and computers. That's really how a lot of stories are told, and side quests that you come across. Sometimes you don't even run into people. You just find their corpse after, and then their entire story unfolds by like a message that is left behind by them. And you kind of like, oh, I was supposed to go here and then track down and meet with this person, but this person never showed up. So you go to that place and you find out why that person never actually showed up, and what led to this person, what led to this corpse being left in this place here. So it's just such a crazy series, and there's just layers to it. I know at first I've tried getting a few friends into the series, and they're just like, nope. That is not for me, and I completely get that. This is not a series for everybody, but I just hope that a lot of people do give it a chance, because honestly, there's layers to this series, and once you find that layer that works for you, for me, it was really the Vault-Tec stuff. Once I found out that all these vaults had different experiments going on, that they were all built for different purposes, I was like, all right, this is so messed up. I'm on board. I love it. It's like that one freaking meme. What was it from? Like Ant-Man, I think it is, where it's, ew, it's ugly. I love it. That's pretty much how I am with this series, and how I first truly came in love with this series as well. I don't think I mentioned it at the start, but a very quick fast fact. But Fallout 3, when you first leave that first initial vault at the very start of the game, well, after that first introductory period, I'm pretty sure if you go northwest, there's a small community village there, and one of the NPCs is named Kimba, and that's actually the same name as my senior cat, 14 years old now. I've never seen that name anywhere else. I originally named her after Kimbo Slice, but then I found out originally, well, at first I was told when I first got her that it was actually a male cat, a male kitten. So I was like, all right, I got a male kitten. I'm gonna name him Kimbo Slice. And then I found out shortly after that, very quickly, that was not a male kid, it was actually female. So yeah, I changed the name from Kimbo to Kimba, and then I saw right after that, when I first got this game, like within like a week or two after, what a coincidence that I saw Kimba, the NPC in the game as well. I'm like, yo, this game was meant, it's like fate for me to be playing this game right now. But like I said, I feel like Fallout 4 is probably my favorite in the entire series. Fallout 5, they're definitely working on that now. Most likely, we'll probably get more news when the series comes out. But honestly, that's probably not coming to PlayStation, so I'm probably going to have to buy an Xbox. That's really what's going to make me buy an Xbox, as crazy as that is, because I made the switch after the 360 to PS4, and I haven't looked back since PS4 to PS5. Now I'm going to have to go back to Xbox. Well, I still play PS5 as well, but yeah, enough about the video games. As much as I love them, I am super hyped about this series. I'm blown away by this trailer. I definitely want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, I don't know where the story's going to go as well, because it seems like a large focus of this, at least from what I got for the trailer, is going to be about Fallout 4, but it's a male antagonist, well, obviously, that I created at the beginning. Well, I'm pretty sure you have to play as a male antagonist, when we saw a female protagonist at the very start leading the vault. So yeah, I don't know how it's all going to go. Maybe they're going to take certain aspects from different games and try to combine it all. But the only bad thing about that, we've seen them try to do that with Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, combine a couple games, and even though that was probably the best Resident Evil game, at least closest in terms of accuracy and lore, a lot of people think that's one of the worst. So I really enjoyed that one still, but for a lot of people it kind of ruined things, and they would rather just separate the games entirely and just keep them separate and just make series and seasons based off that and films. But we shall see. At least from what I got from this trailer is they're taking large chunks of Fallout 4, which honestly I'm not mad about at all. But as always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. You guys can like, subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit, well I'm not the one to be.